What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, I wanted to talk about the upcoming legendary life summoner. So this, after we get through Titan, Carnage Titan, which is going to be the next, well, it is legendary, but the next airdrop. Once we hit, what is it, 9 million. Once we hit 9 million packs sold, we will get the first legendary summoner, which has been confirmed, although still subject to change potentially by Nate during the last town hall, as the life summoner, the legendary life summoner for Chaos Legion. So I was looking across and I thought it'd be fun to do some speculation. Now, I need to stress that this is 100% speculation, 100% pure speculation. I have zero inside information. I haven't heard anything from anyone. And I guess more so, if anything, this is me just looking across across Chaos Legion, and then also we'll take a look at all life summoners to see what can we expect in terms of synergy, in terms of, buffs, debuffs, those types of things. Now, the thing is, General Sloan still, to this day, remains one of my favorite summoners for Chaos Legion. It boggles my mind that General Sloan is the cheapest, because some of the cards here, including Pelacor Arbalist, where's the other one? Prismologist, as well as the rewards card for Chaos Legion, Venari Crystalsmith, those synergize so well with General Sloan and have won me a lot of games. And so I actually enjoy playing with the Life Splinter now, just because of how powerful they can be, how powerful and how fast. Also, speed, or Supply Runner, this dude right here, who gives you extra speed at the higher levels. So let's actually take a look now at the previous summoners, because the interesting thing about General Sloan, compared to all of the rest of the summoners in existence for the Life Splinter, is that General Sloan is the first offensive life summoner. If you look here, life generally tends to be more defensive, right? So either, look at Tyrus or Lorna Shine, they're giving you a +1, or even Mother Kala, like +1 health, +1 armor, giving everybody Divine Shield. Chansius the Great and Peak Rider as well. I mean, these are all defensive. Abilities. So General Sloan breaks that mold a little bit, but my speculation, my prediction, is that General Sloan is going to be the exception and not the new rule. I do believe that life generally tends to be more defensive and can outlast you over time. So healing, things like that. I do believe that they will go back towards something like that for the legendary summoner. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe General Sloan is the new movement. Maybe life is just gonna come out and kick butt and take names. That's just what they do now. But it just seems like General Sloan was a one-off. And maybe, like I said, I could be wrong. But maybe. It could be the case where we get some offensive firepower from life. Now, that being the case, what kind of offensive firepower do we anticipate if that were to be the case? The only thing really is Inspire. That could be something that we've seen a life card have already, the Silver Shield Knight, which is not going to be available in Modern, but this gives everybody a +1, all of your melee monsters a +1 melee damage. So that's the only one that I could potentially see, but again, it doesn't really fit within life. It fits more so within certain monsters. So my guess is we are going to see probably in a 6 or 8 mana. I think I'm leaning towards 8 mana summoner that will have 3 abilities, and one of those or 2 of those might be just increase in speed, increase in health, or something like that. But some of the abilities, there's 2 abilities that I think could potentially be the game changer abilities for the life legendary summoner, right? So I actually, playing with Chansius is kind of fun. It's a very, very supportive in terms of, you have armor repair here, you have triage to heal the back, and then you have resurrect. So the 2 ones that popped out to me that I think have a good chance, again, all speculation. The first one, and probably the one that I feel has a bigger chance if we're going with defensive abilities, is Force Field. Now, what does Force Field do? Force Field will allows the monster to only take 1 damage from attacks with a power of +5. So I can imagine a summoner giving the entire team Force Field, and especially if you're going up in these higher mana matches and all of a sudden all these monsters are buffed up, Force Field can become very, very powerful as a defensive weapon because now you're reducing all that damage to 1. So Force Field is probably going to be one of my top picks. The other one, and this is more so trying to figure out, okay, what kind of magic defense does life have? There's a couple of monsters that have Reflect. There's a couple of monsters that have Void. But I don't think that all the monsters would get Void because that's already been taken by, what's the Death Summoner? Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. Oh my goodness, come on. What's her name? Mimosa Nightshade. See, she has Void here that she gives to her entire team. So instead of Void, the other one that I'm thinking is potentially Void Armor. So now you have some kind of defense against what's that called? You have some kind of defense against magic attackers. Now, what makes this interesting is we look across the Chaos Legion cards, and I am specifically just looking at Chaos Legion, and you'll have a couple of folks here that could immediately benefit, right? So someone like Blinding Reflector, Chaos Knight, Uriel the Purifier is another big one. I mean, even Prismologist, right, can be a front attacker in like the short range types of games. So those are the two that at this point in time I'm speculating could potentially offer or could potentially be part of there. I've looked through these before, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing something. I would actually love to hear your thoughts on this. If you think maybe we are headed in a more offensive direction for life, or if we're headed in more, going back to like the defensive roots of the life splinter. Like I said, it's, looking across the board, this is all very, very defensive to me. And I can't see that changing. But here's the thing, right? Like, we've already had enough like +1s on like life. We had a +1 for armor. I don't think we would get Divine Shield on like another life summoner, right? So those are the ones that I can see. Like I said, Force Field and Void Armor. Everything else either seems offensive. I know everyone's talking about piercing, and if Uriel the Purifier got piercing, that would be pretty dope. But I don't know that necessarily makes the most sense. Who knows? And at the end of the day, there might still be something, right? Something offensively placed in here, right? Like I was even looking like Life Leech. So there is a monster within Chaos Legion, for example, that has Life Leech, but I would look at Life Leech as something more like a death ability. Stitch Leech, this is the one. So yeah, I guess really those are the ones that I would say. So Force Field and Void Armor. Now, I don't think that these are going to be the only ones, and I think we're only going to get one of those if we get one of the if there's 3 abilities. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm going to call it right here. We're going to record this video, whatever date this is, and post it, and we'll come back in probably a couple months before the Life Summoner comes out. But it'll be fun to come back here and see whether I was right or wrong. So that's all I have for you guys in this video today. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and maybe when we get a little bit closer, I'll revise this, maybe based on, I don't know, how I'm feeling at the time, if there's some new information or something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know, just completely random. But like I said, it's defense just makes sense to me, so I'm gonna go with Force Field and Void Armor. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.